Buenas tardes, everybody, and welcome to CoronaQuiz with Chris. I'm your host, Chris Sutcliffe. I hope you're all doing incredibly well out there. Some housekeeping before we begin. I'm going to be asking you to mark your own answers, so please do be honest about this, because there's going to be a special treat, or rather a special chance for a winner at the end. So those of you who are on Twitch can send me comments. I can display some of those as we go. Otherwise, please do text me your final scores through to either, well, you'll have my number, or you can send them through to my Twitter account, which is at Chris M. Sutcliffe. Hang on, let me just get that one up. We'll do it in a bit. So you can send them through to them. My DMs are open right now. So, what are you playing for? Well, Chris, why don't you tell us what they're playing for?
Thanks, Chris. Well, this being CoronaQuiz, our contestants are playing for a very timely prize, and one that I'm sure has already got them rubbing their hands. Tonight's lucky winner could be walking away with this somewhat full bottle of hand wash made in England there, you can see, for the patriots among you. But don't forget that the winner has a chance to gamble and potentially walk away with an even greater prize. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Well, I'm sure that everyone is incredibly excited about that, and we're going to find out what that very special prize could be towards the end of the quiz. But as ever, we're going to begin with round one. Now, there are 4 rounds this time. There are 5 questions in each, and they're the traditional pub quiz type questions. So we have general knowledge, science and nature, industrial, and Aztec. And we're going to begin with entertainment. We're going to begin with entertainment. So pens and pencils at the ready. The first question is, in what year did Bruce Forsyth stop hosting Strictly Come Dancing? Nearly read out the answer. In what year did Brucey stop hosting Strictly Come Dancing? That's a question that goes out to all the girlfriends and grandmas in the audience. Question number 2. Who played the famous Belgian detective in the 2017 film Murder on the Orient Express? Who played the famous Belgian detective in the 2017 film Murder on the Orient Express? I hope you didn't pay money to go and see this at the cinema. It was crap. Question number 3. Only 2 people in history have won 2 Oscars before the age of 30, which unfortunately rules me out. Who are they? So only 2 people in history have won 2 Oscars before the age of 30. Who are they? Who are they? Who are these guys who've stolen my thunder a little bit? Question number 4. Whose album Pretty Hate Machine launched in 1989 to critical and commercial success? Whose album Pretty Hate Machine launched in 1989 to critical and commercial success? Question number 5, we have a very special treat for you. So after the success of last week's quiz, I went to Eon Productions, who create the James Bond film, and I said, well, you know, we have a bit of a delay now. Can I use an exclusive clip of the film to set up a question for our audience? So, ladies and gentlemen, with great thanks to Eon Productions, here is a clip from the upcoming James Bond film, No Time to Die. Looking for this? Bond! I knew it was you all along, Maximilian Bronzewax. How did you know it was me? Your name has a lot of X's and Z's in it, and you dress weird. Ah! Curse my tailor and foreign ancestry. Next time I suggest dressing a little more simply. A simple suit will do. So, was that Savile Row? M&S. the Spring 2020 collection. Da-da-da-da! How's Bond gonna get out of that one? Find out when No Time to Die launch explodes into cinemas on the 12th of November later this year. So let's go through those questions. Oh wait, no, we didn't do the question. So the question is, who played James Bond? Who played James Bond, in the year of the moon landing? Who played James Bond in the year of the moon landing? Let's go through these questions again. In what year did Brucey stop hosting Strictly Come Dancing? Who played the famous Belgian detective in the 2017 film Murder on the Orient Express? Only 2 people in history have won 2 Oscars before the age of 30. Who are they? Whose album Pretty Hate Machine launched in 1989 to critical and commercial success, presaging an incredible career? And who played James Bond in the year of the moon landing? Okay, fantastic. Let's take another quick look at what you could win while you're debating those questions. And let's take a look at some of those comments as well. Here you go. Here's a somewhat full bottle of original hand wash, made in England, which we can mail out to the winner should they choose not to gamble. No, Freddie. Of course not. I've been working from home all day, no pants ever. Moving on then to round number 2, science and nature. Oh, well, that means that this is our Connecto round. This is a legally distinct type of round where if you can get the link between all the questions, you're going to get double your points. So if you get all 5 answers right and then get the connection between the questions, you'll receive 10 points. If you get 4 and get the connection right, you'll receive 8 points. But say if you only get 4 right and you don't get the connection correct, only 4 points. This is our legally distinct Connecto round. Connecto. So, science and nature, we begin with this. Think about what the possible connections could be between these questions as we go along as well. So, founded in 1209, which university is the second oldest in the English-speaking world? Founded in 1209, that's fucking early. Which university is the second oldest in the English-speaking world? Question number 7. In the science fiction TV series Doctor Who, what does the T in TARDIS stand for? So the Doctor's personal means of conveyance, stolen she's now she, but when she was she was the first Doctor, way back in the 60s, stole the TARDIS. What does the T in TARDIS stand for? What does the T in TARDIS stand for? Question number 8. What is the technical name for a machine designed to convert one form of energy into mechanical energy? What is the technical term for a machine designed to turn one form of energy into mechanical energy? Here's a question for you. So everybody knows the term meme. Everyone has memes shared with them by their mother. Say, stop that, stop it. Or say their dad, also stop it. But who invented the term meme? What I'm looking for here is the title of the person as well. So not just their name, but their title. And question number 10. Who plays scientist James Glacier in the 2019 movie The Aeronauts? They also played someone in the Harry Potter spin-off. Bit of a clue for you. Okay, let's go through those again. Founded in 1209, which university is the second oldest in the English-speaking world? In the sci-fi TV series Doctor Who, what does the T in TARDIS stand for? What is the technical name for a machine designed to convert one form of energy into mechanical energy? And who invented and popularized the term meme? Looking for their title as well. And finally, who plays scientist James Glacier in the 2019 movie The Aeronauts? Just while you have one last thought about that, I'm going to play our exclusive clip from No Time to Die Again, and then we'll go through the answers to those first 2 rounds. Looking for this? Bond! I knew it was you all along, Maximilian Bronzewax. How did you know it was me? Your name has a lot of X's and Z's in it, and you dress weird. Ah! Curse my tailor and foreign ancestry. Next time I suggest dressing a little more simply. A simple suit will do. So, was that Savile Row? M&S, the Spring 2020 collection. How's Bond going to get out of that one? Find out when No Time to Die explodes into cinemas on the 12th of November. So let's go through those answers to the first 2 rounds. Please do mark your own and be strict. Be strict. You're only cheating yourself. You dick. So in what year did Brucey stop hosting Strictly Come Dancing? That was 2014. Who played the famous Belgian detective in the 2017 film Murder on the Orient Express? That was Kenneth Branagh. And he shat it up. Question number 3. Only 2 people in history have won 2 Oscars before the age of 30. Overachievers. Overachievers, Louise something? Louise and Jodie Foster. I'm going to give you the point if you just got Jodie Foster, because I can't pronounce what I've written here. Moving on. Whose album, Pretty Hate Machine, launched in 1989 to critical and commercial success? That's Trent Reznor. Although I will give you 9 Inch Nails as well if you get that. And who played Bond in the year of the moon landing? That was George Lazenby. And then his agent said that Bond was going out of fashion and that hippies were in, and so he didn't then star in the next Bond movie. And his career was never the same. Founded in 1209, which university is the 2nd oldest in the English-speaking world? That's Cambridge. Remember, for this and the next 4 questions, you're looking for the link between them as well. If you get the link, double your points for these 5 questions. Founded in 1209, which university is the 2nd oldest in the English-speaking world? That's Cambridge. In the sci-fi TV series Doctor Who, what does the T in TARDIS stand for? That's time. Time and relative dimension in space. What is the technical name for a machine designed to convert one form of energy into mechanical energy? That's an engine. Who popularized the term meme? That was Professor Richard Dawkins. And of course, who plays scientist James Glacier in the 2019 movie The Aeronauts? That was Eddie Redmayne. And I'm sure you're wondering, well, I've got all 5 right, but what's the link between them? So what's the link between Cambridge, time, engine, professor, and Eddie Redmayne? Well, the answer, of course, is horses. It's horses. Cambridge and Oxford have the boat race every year. Race, horses race one another. Time, horses compete to see who has the best time in the Grand National. What's the mechanical name? Engine. We're thinking about horsepower there. Professor, what's his face? But forget that. The question is, who invented the term meme? You got to be pretty smart to bet on horses. And of course, who played the scientist James Glacier in the 2019 movie The Aeronauts? That was Eddie Redmayne. There you go. Yes, Mark, the double bonus just relates to round 2. Okay, So, before we move on to the third and what has turned out to be the final round, because I've got to upload some questions, we're going to take a short PSA on coronavirus from a very special figure. And I'm sure that you'll know them. In fact, they need no introduction. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a message about the coronavirus.
3, 2, 1, and we're clear.
How's that? Was that okay?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, seemed okay.
Fucking hell. This has been... I don't know if I enjoy this one anymore. You know, I enjoy doing it, but the people at home... Scum. I just think they're scum. You know, it's Monday night. They could be doing anything, but they're not. They're just watching some boring idiot just chat on about quizzes. I reckon. Okay, when we come back, just play that. Just put up that still of the prize, and I'll vamp over that for a little bit, and then we'll get into it. All right. Okay. Scum. Scum. Okay.
Okay, and we're back on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thank you, Prime Minister Boris Johnson, for those inspirational messages. Moving on now to news and current affairs, and I am delighted, beyond delighted, to be able to say that we have secured a very special guest to ask you a question from LA. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to CoronaQuiz with Chris, pop superstar Taylor Swift. Hi, Taylor, how are you? Taylor. Hi, Taylor, can you hear me? Taylor, can you hear me? Can you hear me? She doesn't seem to be able to hear us. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll see if we... Taylor, hi!
Hi.
You can hear us?
I had my mic turned off.
That's amazing. Even with all your experience with microphones and tech, you didn't know how to turn it on. Mm-hmm. Anyway, well, how are you dealing with coronavirus, Taylor? Are you doing anything, particularly different?
No, usual.
Okay. Is there, well, you look amazing. There must be some sort of regime that you're doing.
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I think you have a question that you want to ask to our audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
How many people watched the Pope deliver that sermon in the empty square?
So, how many people watched the Pope deliver his sermon to the empty square? Was that Saturday?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay. Well, Taylor, thank you so much for coming on. What are you doing for the rest of the day? Are you doing anything particularly exciting?
No. No.
Oh, she's gone. She's gone. Taylor Swift, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Let's take another look at what you're playing for.
Thanks, Chris. Well, this being CoronaQuiz, our contestants are playing for a very timely prize, and one that I'm sure has already got them rubbing their hands. Tonight's lucky winner could be walking away with this somewhat full bottle of hand wash made in England there, you can see, for the patriots among you. But don't forget that the winner has a chance to gamble and potentially walk away with an even greater prize. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. And thank you very much to Taylor Swift, or Tay Sway, as her good friends call her. So that question again was, Pope Francis delivered a blessing to an empty St. Peter's Square on Saturday. How many people watched it live? How many people watched that live? Question number 12. President Trump favorably compared his coronavirus briefing TV ratings to which other television show? Question number 13. Supermarkets are under pressure, but how did a supply of tea from T.E. Stockwell influence the largest supermarket chain in the UK? True or false? Question number 14. True or false? Pizzaghetti is a combo meal of pizza and spaghetti commonly found in restaurants in the Canadian province of Quebec. Pizzaghetti. And question number 15. True or false? This week, a team of archaeologists in Venezuela disturbed a tomb containing the skeleton of a family and, quote, up to 70 snake skeletons believed to have been buried with the family in case any of them had been buried prematurely. So, true or false, this week, a team of archaeologists in Venezuela disturbed a tomb containing the skeleton of a family and up to 70 snake skeletons believed to have been buried with the family in case any of them had been buried prematurely. Is that true or is that false? Let's go through those questions again. So, we're looking for Pope Francis delivered a blessing to an empty St. Peter's Square on Saturday. How many people watched it live? How many people watched it live? President Trump favorably compared his coronavirus briefing TV ratings to which other television show? Supermarkets are currently under pressure, but how did a supply of tea from T.E. Stockwell influence the largest supermarket chain in the UK? True or false? Pizzaghetti is a combo meal commonly found in restaurants in the Canadian province of Quebec. And true or false? This week, a team of archaeologists in Venezuela disturbed a tomb containing the skeletons of a family and up to 70 snake skeletons believed to have been buried with the family in case any of them had been buried prematurely. Is that true or is that false? Just while you mull those over, I'm going to play... No, in fact, you know what? We're going to mark those right now. So, question number 11. Pope Francis delivered a blessing to an empty St. Peter's Square on Saturday. How many people watched it live? 11 million people watched it live, which is 10,982,000 more than are watching me now. 11 million. President Trump favorably compared his coronavirus briefing TV ratings to what other television show? That was The Bachelor. Supermarkets are currently under pressure. How did a supply of tea from T.E. Stockwell influence the largest supermarket chain in the UK? Well, T.E. Stockwell eventually formed the TES in Tesco. True or false? Pizzaghetti is a combo meal of pizza and spaghetti usually found in restaurants in the Canadian province of Quebec. That's true. I know some of you are going to be like, well, that's not news. It's news to me because I'm not there. True or false? This week, a team of archaeologists in Venezuela disturbed a tomb containing the skeleton of a family and up to 70 snake skeletons believed to have been buried with the family or... in case any of them had been buried prematurely. That was false. I just made that up, and I'm sure it fooled more than one of you idiots at home. All right, so remember, tot up your scores. Either tweet them through to me here, at Chris M. Sutcliffe, my DMs are open, or text them through to me, or put them in the Twitch chat. I'm not going to say what I had to do, but it was... horrendous. It was horrendous. So, while you get your answers through to me, what I'm going to do is play that clip from Bond once again. In the event of a tie, we're going to do whoever got it in first. So please do get those on through to me.
Looking for this?
Bond!
I knew it was you all along, Maximilian Bronzewax.
How did you know it was me?
Your name has a lot of X's and Z's in it, and you dress weird.
Ah! Curse my tailor and foreign ancestry.
Next time, I suggest dressing a little more simply. A simple suit will do.
So, was that Savile Row?
M&S, the Spring 2020 collection.
And there we go. That is the upcoming movie No Time to Die, starring Daniel Craig, who is the husband of Rachel Weisz somehow. Starring Daniel Craig, Lea Seydoux, some other guys as well. Okay, well, it looks like, unless anybody has any late entries, we have a winner. So, ooh, 2. Okay, we have 2. But, unfortunately, Mark, Phil got his answer in before you. So, Palgrave Browns, do you want to walk away now with this? Oh, yeah. Plus Ana de Armas. Or do you want to gamble? You're going to have to answer one final question if you do gamble. So please think carefully about that. Oh, we've got a couple of people who are suggesting you gamble. We've got a lot of people suggesting you gamble. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, more gambles. What do we think? Oh! Okay, guys, they've decided to gamble. So, Phil, Steph, and the rest of the Palgrave Browns, what I need you to do now is tell me the answer to this question. See if you can get this one right and you'll win the grand prize today. The question is... In fact, no. You know what I'm going to do? This is the grand prize. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Okay, so, Palgrave Browns, I need you to get this answer through to me pretty quickly in order to win this prize. The question is, what have I got in my pocket? What have I got in my pocket? No? Please, let's keep this clean. That's classy. Phil and Steph and Rory, what have I got in my pocket? There seems to be some dispute in our audience about who got what. Oh, we got a good guess there from Rahul. But we have an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an answer. The Palgrave Browns think that in my pocket I have... Freddie, that's great. George, that's also great. The Palgrave Browns think that I have a duster. Palgrave Elliots, sorry. They think they have a duster in my pocket, which is... correct! Ladies and gentlemen, the Palgrave Elliots are walking away with this grand prize, which is this beautiful JPEG image of me holding a bottle of Prosecco, a grand total of 55 megabytes. That's going to be winging its way through to your email inbox any minute now. Congratulations again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into the second episode of Coronavirus with Chris. This has been an absolute treat. It's been absolutely astonishing to see how many people will waste their time that they could be doing, that they could spend, I don't know, learning a language or whatever. You disgust me. Get out.